Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to speak on the ultimate truth. What is the ultimate truth? We are going to understand that. At the outset, first we must know, who am I? Who am I? Have you ever thought about it? How many times in this busy schedule of your life have you ever wondered, who am I? How many have you got the correct answers? How many have you digged in to it to realize who you really are? You know, in this busy world, we are all running here and there, and there is a lot of activities in our life that we don't get the space for thinking who we are. Let me explain. We are existing with a source, from a source. Without a source, there is no existence. Everything. You can just see things around you. Your television, your bulb, the table before you, the chair you are sitting, had emanated from a source, had come out from a source, is a product of a source. So everything has originated from a source. Now, when I ask you a question like, who are you? And you say that I am so-and-so kind of name, you tell your name, right? Name is just an identification. Name is just an identification. The soul inside you and the inside me, everything is the same. Only the mind differs. And how it differs, we will be learning in the future classes. So when I ask you a question like this, the answer will be, I came from my mother. Then where did your mother come from? She came from her mother. And her mother, she came from her mother. And so on. So where is the source? What is the origin? Let me tell you this. The origin is a big source of light. We can say that the source is a bright light full of abundance energy. And this source had expanded, emanated from space, and one day it exploded into a big bang. All of you must be knowing what is a big bang, according to quantum physics, how the Big Bang occurred. And after the occurrence of the Big Bang, then particles flew. Some particles became galaxies, some particles became planets, some particles became souls. Now, soul is not only inside us, it is also inside a tree. It's also inside an insect. It's also inside a bird. There are different forms of energy. What is energy? Energy is the capacity to do work. Yes, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Now, you are energy. Just imagine, only energy in space. Is it going to make it make any difference, like any function? If you do not have this physical body, will you function? Will you hold anything? Will you sleep? Will you get up, do your chores? It is all because you have a physical body. And you are. The soul is your fuel. That is the energy. You can tell it as the Atman, or you can tell it as God. You can call any name. It is the powerful source from which you are alive. If the soul is pulled out of your body is dead and it perishes. It perishes. Okay, so in this way, energy, the explanation for energy is also vast. We can never see or touch energy, right? But it can be converted from one form to another form to make things work. For example, electricity. For example, the bus, which is moving on the land, the aeroplane, which is flying, the ship. Everything is fueled. Without it, nothing is possible. It's all a standstill. Okay? So, now let me tell another thing. Like, you must be wondering, like, is there a God? I tell you that God is within you. Now, is there God? Who is God? God is a powerful source of energy, a powerful white light, we can say, and people call it in different forms. They call it Allah, God, Jesus, different Hindu God names. Well, I said you one thing in the starting. There are different planets, right? From the Big Bang exploded and the particles flew and some of them became planets. Now, all those gods, what you in Hinduism, they say Lord Muruga, Lord Shiva, okay, Lord Brahma, all the gods, do you think it's existing? Yes, they are superhumans. They are superhumans. They have been granted the more powers. Why? Because they have been spiritually analyzed, realized themselves, and they are far, far, far too very powerful. Once their existence was on earth during the Satya Yuga, according to the Vedas and Puranas. And then they had their own locations. They had their own abodes. The sun god, sun planet sun. Moon god, planet moon is its abode. Is its abode. And you have Lord 𝚍𝚒𝚢𝚅, planet Mars is his abode. So when you see from down, okay, is God existing in that planet? Of course, there are several beings out of space. In different planets, there are different species. Maybe in the form of humans, maybe tall, very tall, short, or very short. Not exactly looking like humans, but you know, in the we have seen some stories also. It's not only stories, but a reality that some news papers, we have seen that aliens had, visited Earth, and they have taken some pictures and all. Have you seen those aliens as a kind of face like and big eyes and big ears? Okay, so the function will be the same. The ear, it will be having a ear. It has an eyes, it has the mouth, nose, and it had the screeching sound, which was recorded. Now, this screeching sound is a language for them, but for us, it is a screeching sound. For them, our language might be a screeching sound. So there are many species existing there in space, maybe in different planets, maybe in different stars. Now, that's again a vast science. Let's go to it slowly in further sessions. Now, I was talking about who am I, right? Now, then, according to modern science, let us now only talk about the physical body, right? So, as according to modern science, uh, there are a little bit of differences according to the Vedas and according to modern science. Now, think very clearly. You are one person, right? You are one. You are in the waking state, in the dream state, and the sleep state. The waking state is otherwise called as the Jagrata, that is the Vishwa. Jagrata or the Vishwa state, it's a waking state where you are awake. And then comes the Swapna, the dream state, Swapna state, otherwise called as the dream state. And then the Susupti, or the sleep state, deep sleep. Now you think about it. You are one person. You experience all these three states. All these three states you will experience. The first one, in the waking state, you are very conscious. You know what is happening around you. You're experiencing the external world. Okay. And in the dream state, you are experiencing a kind of dream, but just think, you are seeing yourself in the dream. Similarly, in the waking state, you are seeing yourself in your waking state, where you're going, what you're eating, what you're doing, everything you know. It's experience. You're seeing yourself. Also in the dream state, you're seeing yourself. Somebody is catching you, somebody is holding you, somebody is in front of you, or you're doing something. You see that you're doing something. You see yourself in your dream. You can just, if you go deeper, you can understand that you are seeing yourself. Then who am I? Who am I? And there is the other state, which is called as the sleep state. The sleep state is the Sushupti. So here you're into deep sleep, like when you get up, you do nothing. You say that, oh my God, so much things happen, so many things happen. I didn't even know I was in deep sleep. You were thoughtless. You had nothing in your mind. Everything is blank. You don't know what happened. So there is nothing, blank. Now, how to explain you, for example, you are driving. Okay. You are driving in a road, on a road. And when the headlights are on, it's a dark night. When the headlights are on, you can see the road and the beams fall on the road. You can trace the road, path of the road, and you see some vehicles coming in front of you, take the side, and then you see some, if there is a rain falling, then you can see the raindrops also. Otherwise, you can see some twigs flying over, and you can see some dust particles fly in front of the car, and you can also see some insects, small insects flying in front of the car. So this goes on all the way. Now assume that you are climbing a mountain, and you have come to the end of the mountain, and it is like a peak, a slope where you are up, and now your headlights are on, and your lights are falling directly into the sky. So what happens there is that you are seeing the sky, the lights are on, and it is blank. There is no nothing in front of you. There is only open sky. The light falls. Nothing in front of you. It's blank totally. So that's the state of thoughtlessness. Thoughtlessness. Blank. Nothing in front of you. There is no insects also flying. Just the open sky. If it is a clear night sky, you can only see the sky. No stars, no moon. It's a dark night. You can only see the beam of light focused on the sky. This is the sleep of thoughtlessness. So these are the three stages which you are experiencing. You experience waking state, you experience the sleep state, you experience the deep sleep state. During the sleep state, you experience dreams. You are three persons, but you are experiencing three different activities. Okay? And when you do this, there is one more state where it is apart from you, but without it, there is nothing. That is called as the state of consciousness. That's called as the state of consciousness. That's otherwise called as the turium. So in this state, like for example, I will give you again. If you are standing in a sunlight, the beam of the sun falls upon you, and you are experiencing the light. Okay, and then you are now moving into a dark room. You're moving into a dark room nearby. You get inside the dark room, so you are away from the light. You're away from the light, but the source is still existing. So that's what I want to tell, that apart from whatever you are, there is again a source which is always existing. Okay. For example, another example I will give you as gold. Out of gold, you can melt it and you can make it into a bangle, you can make it into a necklace or a ring. The function of all these three is different. You wear a ring on your fingers, you wear the bangle on the wrist, and the chain on the neck. But what is the source? Gold. The gold is still there. It is gold. The name is one, but the activities based upon the function, it's given different names. Okay? So this is consciousness. Like when you understand the truth beyond this, when you understand the deeper consciousness, like what is consciousness, when you understand it, we have no words to describe about it. It is so powerful. And why? Because it is beyond eyes, beyond words to tell, beyond mind to tell, beyond your mind. So according to modern science, consciousness is inside your body, but according to Vedas, consciousness is outside your body. It is outside your body. It's still there. It's every time there, every time. Okay. Now, if you want to also go for another example, like let me say a small girl. So this small girl has never, is a village girl, let us say, a village girl. She has never seen a movie. Her father takes her to the movie in the city. They come to a city and her father takes her to a movie. So what happens is that this girl was very excited about it in seeing the movie, and they both go together, and by the time they get inside, the movie has already started. So on the way, the father had told the girl that, oh my dear, when you go, we are going to go to a movie now, and when you go there, you will see a screen in front of you, and on the screen there will be so many pictures, and those pictures will talk. Also, it was told to her. So when this girl went, I said, "You, the movie has already been started." And when they get inside, they find out that oh, this girl is sitting there and she's enjoying the movie. Till some time, nothing occurred to her. As we are, we experience everything in the external world, and then finally one day, when we are done with it, or when we are very sad, we think about, like, what am I? Who am I? Why am I doing this? Why am I running behind? All these thoughts appear to us. Similarly, this girl enjoyed for some time, and after that she asked her father, like, "Oh, father, you said me that there is going to be a screen in front of me. Where is the screen?" The father said, "Yeah, you see there, uh, the scene behind the chariot. The chariot is there, the umbrella is there, and behind that, and there is that man, the woman, the basket behind that." And this girl says, "Oh, I don't see anything behind him, behind him. How do you explain that?" Now she was in a confusion. So later on, it was interval time, and interval, the screen comes in front of us. This girl was able to see, oh no, now nothing is there on the screen. This is what my father was telling about. So next time she will not ask this question to her dad, like, what is a screen? Now she has seen a screen. So in this screen, there was a projection, and this projection was reflected back to your eyes in like a movie. The same thing. What you see is reflected back to us. Okay. So the blank screen you see there, no? Again, that is the sleeplessness state. No thoughts, nothing, it's just blank. It is just blank. Okay. So we have, in this stage, in the waking, we have seen the 3 stages. In these 3 stages, we cannot experience the consciousness in the waking stage, the sleepless state, sorry. We can experience the consciousness only in the waking state and the dream state. Now, consciousness, what did I tell you? It is apart from all the 3 activities, apart from all the 3, but it's always there. Apart from all the 3, that is Jagrata and the Swapna and the Susupti state. Then comes the consciousness state, that's Turyam. In order to analyze the Turyam, you have to be leave ignorance. What is ignorance? Ignorance, innocence. We are all here doing several activities. You can see there are several activities we are doing. Okay. So you can see a person who is runs a slaughterhouse, pigs, meat. So what does he do? He slaughters. Or do you think nothing comes back to him? That's the way, whatever he is reflecting in such a way, and the same gets back to him. Whatever you see is reflected back to you. Whatever you think is reflected back to you. Whatever you say is reflected back to you. Now, if you don't believe me, just for 10 days, you sit there and see a crime movie continuously for 10 days, always in front of the TV, seeing a crime scene. You can imagine after 10 days, you will get a news of a crime, or you will see an accident, or you will see something related to such activities which you have seen. It is 100% sure. You will come across the same kind of thing which you have fed to your mind. So what do? We got to stop this ignorance, come out of this ignorance, because ignorance causes errors. ignorance cause errors. Ignorance is karanam, and errors are the cause. Okay. So the karma will be because of this innocence. So therefore, this has to be removed, and knowledge has to be given. So when this ignorance is removed, automatically the error goes, and knowledge comes inside, and knowledge will give you consciousness. So you must be thinking, when did it start? When did ignorance start? There is no start. Okay, there is no start. If somebody asks you, do you know Spanish? Oh no, I don't know. I don't know Spanish. You don't know? From when did you not know? I don't know, from my birth. Oh, okay. You don't know from your birth? Then before your birth you knew it? Mean, no. What do you mean? No, you mean to say like that, like I don't know since my birth. Then before your birth? What does that mean? When will it end? When the ignorance has an end, right? How? When you take out a book in front of you, a Spanish book, translation, read, learn, and then you know some words, you try to speak some words, finish, you know Spanish. So it has come to an end. If somebody asks you now, how do you know Spanish? Yes, I know. So it's ended. Ignorance has ended. So therefore, ignorance has an end. When ignorance ends, knowledge gets in, and consciousness is achieved through knowledge only. So there is that Atman, consciousness, which is ajanma, aswapnam, anidram. Ajanma means it has not been born. Aswapnam, no dream, it's not a dream. Anidram, never slept, like a log. Out of this consciousness was always there. That energy was always there. So we have to take care about what do we think, what do we talk, and what do we experience. What our mind thinks is what comes in front of us. You think of nice foods, tasty foods, oh, and then it will come in front of you. So that one, you're feeding it inside. You know, the universe doesn't know what is good and what is bad. What is that you think? The universe thinks, okay, you want that, feed it. Your subconscious mind will record what you want. So what you think, the universe thinks, or the subconscious mind thinks, okay, this man wants this, so I'll give him this. So it goes on. Okay. So therefore, you have to be very conscious about what you talk, word, think, speak. Your vibrations has to be pure. In order to keep your vibrations pure, your thinking should be pure. You should not allow the mind to take control, but you should allow the consciousness to take control. In this way, you can do a lot of things. In this way, you can experience knowledge. And this experience has no words to describe. And this feeling, because it's very, very different from others. Now you will be thinking like, all right, fine, if we realize, then you say that, okay, whatever we think will come in front of you. I think, but it doesn't happen. No, you don't think, you oscillate. You think now one, another one, another one, another one. The mind is confused. Your subconscious mind is confused. What does he want? And then it is also confusing you, your life. It becomes a tumble jumble. Your thought should be focused. One focus. If your thought is one, that should be the thought till the end, and you will receive it. If you oscillate from where you have started, if you think, all right, fine, am I going to pass? Am I going to pass? How will I pass? No, I'm not. I will not pass my exams. I'm going to fail. Now see how many thoughts has passed you. In this way, the mind is confused. So you don't get what you want. You, as a consciousness, conscious mind, your consciousness, when it takes control, you can do wonders. You can do whatever you want. You will be the chosen one. There is no God, but there is some supreme power. But yes, there is some supreme power, which is the source, and the source is named, given as God. Again, the source is within you. Cleanse yourself. Keep your soul pure, conscious. In this way, you will have a deeper understanding of knowledge. Okay. So when you realize yourself also, still there will be, the world is going to be there. The world, when you open your eyes, you're going to see the world. It's all the same. But your thinking will be different. Your experience will be different. Your way of movement will be different when you realize yourself. You will not get entangled. Doesn't mean that if I say that, oh, you have to become self-realized, you have to be conscious, you have to become a nomad, you have to become a sannyasi, you should never marry, you should leave your children, you should leave your family. No. Understand what is the principle of life. Understand what is required, what are the rules of life. Move according to the rules. All the rules of life are given in the Vedas, the Upanishads, and the Puranas. Learn. We are here to learn. That's why we are here. We have not come here for enjoying, the source has not sent you here for enjoying. The source has sent you here to learn. You learn. Now, what does the source get from it? You learn, get back to the source. Again, the source creates more and more and more. So there are a lot of creations, wonderful creations. The creations go on and on and on. There's no end. But the creations has to be beautiful. The creation should not be a destroyer or a ruiner. Beautiful creations. If your soul, your mind, your consciousness, everything is pure, you will give birth to a beautiful baby if you're a woman. Or if you're a man, you will also give creations, creating and teaching other people. Even a woman can do that, all right? Your creations will be wonderful. Whatever you create. Like, for example, you're creating a mission out of which you're making a paper plate. Who is the creator now? Will you say the machine created it or you created it? You have a mission, and this mission is when you feed in the raw material and outside comes the paper plate. So in this case, you have activated it to do this work function, and you have got the paper plate beautifully. Who is the creator now? You. So you would create wonderful things. Yes? So this is what I wanted to tell to you, that what is the ultimate truth? The ultimate truth is we are all a source, emanated from a source, powerful source. To realize and learn more and more. We will meet in the next video. Thank you.